Everybody, so I decided that I wanted to do a makeup tutorial. Yeah, my hair is just pulled up, but like this is about the makeup, so don't look at my hair. It is only for people who like dramatic looks, and I don't usually name the titles of my makeup looks or my hair looks or anything like that, but this one I really think of as like a star. I was like putting it on, I'm like, oh my god, it reminds me of like a starry night, like dark black with stars, and really good eye makeup look for really, if you want a really dramatic look and you're going out, you know, to clubs or whatever, and you want something so super dramatic and dark and sultry. I think this is awesome. So if you don't like dramatic looks, then this is definitely not the look for you, I'm telling you right now. And I know I normally don't wear this much makeup, but I do like to go overboard when I go out, so I like to look really dramatic because I don't do that on a normal day-to-day basis. And I'm only using a couple of products, like I don't use that many things, but the products I use I think are necessary to achieve as dark of this look that I have. So I'll definitely list everything in the description bar below. So let me just get into the video for you, and so if you are interested in seeing how to get this makeup look, then please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my matte with black grease paint stick, which is like this, just like a stick like this. Oh, actually first, the thing I'm going to do is prep my eyes, or prime my eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime in medium. And I like to do this, especially with the grease paint stick, because I've noticed that it goes, when you put the grease paint stick on it, it's like kind of greasy. Not really, like it's really hard to work with because it dries so fast, but if you open up your eyes, like it will go in the crease, like it'll crease up. So this is just some added protection that I like to do. So I just put that a little bit under my eyes as well. And then so I'm just going to take the grease paint stick, and you have to be so careful using this. It's not the easiest thing to do. The reason why I like using this instead of something that's black, it stays on for a really long time compared to anything else I've used, like a black base. Like it's not even, I don't know, I always look for really dark black things, and it's much more black than the MAC Rapid Black. It's more gray to me. I wanted something that was more black, like really dark. And yeah, so I don't know, black track might work too if you have like a, you know, like a gel liner, a black liner or whatever. But I just like this because it stays on for a long time and it's really deep, and I don't know, it's the blackest thing I've found. So I'm just going to start off really slow. So at this point, like if you wanted the look that I have in my videos that everybody was like saying that they really don't like my makeup, but some people wanted a tutorial on it, this is when I put some tape right here and then do this. This is basically kind of the same type of thing that I'm doing, except for I'm making it more blended and more conventional, I guess, looking. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to put that on 3/4 of my lid, like right here. So you don't want to put it all the way up to where you want it, because you're going to blend this out just at the edges. So you're going to want to make sure that you only move it a little bit towards the middle, not, I mean, towards the corner, not all the way. So, and this dries really quickly, so you gotta be careful. Now I'm going to take my Sigma Precision Tapered P86 brush, which this is awesome for this, and I've just realized this. You're just going to neutralize the edges of it and smooth it out basically. And because it is so black and so dark, you gotta be very careful and you gotta work quickly. It's really good because it's pointed and it's really good to sit for precision. So there you go, you already have this done. So this is pretty black, but I want it like even darker. So I'm gonna put some more black on. And you can do this obviously however you like. This is just what I like to do. So see, it's even black, more black. And this time I'm just going to try to concentrate more on the outer edges of it and not go into shadow. I mean, onto my lid. But you want to make sure it's blended out evenly. And of course you could work it up if you want. You could just leave it like this. I don't know if you can see. Straight on. You can leave it like this, or you can work your way up more. I have kind of like a smaller lid here, but I have a lot of room between my eyelid and my eyebrow, so I could probably work this up a little bit more, even though it does seem pretty dramatic right now. I noticed that a lot of people have like a smaller brow area right here, but I'm going to add some more right in my crease here. And you want to start off slow and work it up. because you don't want to end up having too much and then end going crazy, or, you know. So I'm just going to take that and blend that out. I'm trying to just have an arc shape instead of like kind of like a winged out look. See, it's kind of, it's super dramatic, obviously. There we go. So let's do my other eye. So you're gonna try to make your eyes look basically as even as possible and really blend it out on the edges. You want it to be really smoky looking. You don't want any harsh lines like in my video. I find that like black eyeshadows aren't black enough for this. It ends up turning gray looking, so I really don't like using most black eyeshadows. And I do, the reason why I'm using a black eyeshadow over this, which you don't really need to, is because it does set it. And see, I'm already starting to see a little bit of creasing in my eyes, so you want to set it to make it prevent that. The only thing, I don't like to use MAC carbon. I don't think it's dark enough. I don't think it's black enough for the look that I'm going for. But what I have found was this one is actually really good. It's Eternal Black, color Infallible Eternal Black, but it has sparkles in it. So if you don't like sparkles, you don't need to use this. If you have a really black color that's really super black, use that. But this is the blackest thing I've found in terms of shadow. And this is really good because it stays on for a really long time too. And basically it's just like a pressed powder. I'm just gonna put some of that on my lid. Like, see how black that is? I love it. And then I'm gonna pat that on top of all the places where I put the black. And see how it's not taking away from how dark that black is? And you're going to want to work it up because this is more blendable than grease paint stick. You can work it a little bit outwards off of the grease paint, so you can blend it more and it can be more soft. So with this, I'm just going to take my blending brush and then try to blend out these edges here. And then you should have something that looks like that, which I think is really cool looking. So then I'm going to take another one of these guys, the color Infallible, and I'm going to take the color in Time Resist White, and it's 01. So it basically looks like that. It's like a white pearly color, which is super pretty. And then I'm going to take a brush, maybe like a smaller brush, something like this. This is just a Lise Watier eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit smaller than an average brush, and then I'm going to take some of that and just put it on the inner corner wherever there's no black, and just blend it in like this towards the black, and then a little over my corner of my eye. And then you can just take your blending brush and blend those two into each other. So next I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush right here, which I just got and I love it. It's the 231 brush by MAC. So it's a really tiny brush. I love this for under eye makeup. So I'm just going to take the same color Infallible black one, which is Eternal Black. I always want to call it Midnight Black. I have no idea why. Take a little bit of that on the brush, and then just put it underneath, meeting with the black, and then turning it on its side, and then just kind of brushing it in so it's not like a really harsh line. And I'm going to use my Carbon Black, which I always go to by Gosh. It looks like this. And I'm just going to line my lashes. So then, what I like to do with this look, obviously it's a really dramatic, so I like to put dramatic eyelashes on. So the eyelashes I'm going to use are these ones, which are the Ardell Invisiband Demi Wispies Glamour, these ones. I already had some out because I wore them the other day. So now I'm just going to put some mascara on, and I'm going to put mascara on the bottom lashes. So because this is such a dramatic look, I am definitely going to fill my eyebrows in because I don't have very many eyebrows. They're very thin. So I'm just going to take this Gosh Long Lasting Brow Pen and just start filling them in. Just to make them a little bit darker and to give them more definition. I don't want them to be too black because I am blonde. It's not going to look too... It's going to look kind of weird if I have like really super dark eyebrows. Since my eyes are so dramatic and so dark, I feel like you can do a new lip with this. And because my skin's on a little bit on the darker side than normal, I am using this lip gloss Viva Glam Gaga 2, which still makes my lips look nude, but it's more of a brown color, so it's for darker skin tones. Because you never want your lip gloss or your lipstick to look lighter than your skin, and it might look lighter in the camera, and people are gonna probably tell me that it's light, but it's actually not. It's actually like 2 shades darker than my skin tone right now, so I really like that. I really like that dramatic look. What I'm wearing on my cheeks is I'm wearing this MAC Her Blooming Cheek, which is a super pretty, I love this color. You have to use a little bit at a time, but I really, really love this color. It's super bright. Love it. And then for my contouring, I'm actually using the Matte Bronzing Powder by MAC, which looks like this. And yeah, I really, really like that. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!